everyone, this is Hachiri, and we are back in FTB Interactions. Now, when we last were on here, we were buffing our rituals and getting things sorted, kind of figuring out what we needed to do. And we found out that we kind of needed to automate slates. And I sort of figured out a way of doing that. Now, there's a Reddit post with this. I will post the link on the YouTube channel for this. But the Reddit post basically showed a way of doing it with just 2 nodes. And I will kind of quickly go over this setup. And for the stream, let me see what I can do with that. Let me get the original post here. And I'll put that in the chat for you guys. I believe this is it right here. We'll put that there and give that some credit. So definitely check that post out for this. But essentially, what you do is you have an input node and an output node. Okay, the input node is basically just placed here, set up as is. Okay, it won't really do anything else. It's going to interface with both this and the altar, but it's not really going to do anything else. The output node we have, in our case, as you see, we're facing south, so east is the altar, west is the chest. Okay. For east, we have a MBT item filter with the master orb and the blank slates. Now, if this was any other mod pack, this would probably be stone instead of blank slate. But in this case, it's just blank slate because we have to use a mixer to make blank slates. And a master orb. Now, the cool thing about the MBT filter is it ignores MBT data. So if I had like a magician's orb or something, it'd stick the magician's orb in there. If I had an archmage orb, it would stick the archmage orb in there. That's the good thing about the MBT filter. Okay. Now west, we have a precise item filter. All right. And for each one of these, we have specific settings. When you put it in here, you can set how many it needs to keep in the inventory. Okay? And that's basically what this does, is it keeps a certain amount in the inventory at all times. And that's how we automate this. Now, I've already processed a whole bunch of it and tested this out and had it configured. And as you see, we have 2 stacks of ritual stones here. So we'll be using those. Now, right now, what I'm doing is I'm busy filling this up. I wanted to completely fill this tank, so I kind of have a reserve for blood for some larger crafts. But that's what we're doing with that. So that's basically the run for automating the blood magic altar for slates. And you can change this to be any type of items. You just need to make sure that the base item that it needs to go into the altar is right here, and the ending output is in this one. Okay. So outside of that, we need to get a few things built. Hey, Chase. That's good to hear. I apologize for the late streams. On that, I basically do the streams when I'm able to, mostly because I work full-time. I was able to actually get this one started a little early, and which is good, because I would prefer to do it around 6:30, 7 o'clock Eastern if possible. But lately, I've been getting off of work like 9, 10, 11. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's just the life of a programmer. If you have to work late for one reason or another, you're stuck working late. It's just whatever is needed. But I'm glad to see that you're here. I'm definitely glad to see that you're here. So welcome. So going back to the other thing. So we made the ritual stones here. All right. And we're going to get the other ritual hearts that we have here. And we're going to see if we can get our rituals done today. We're going to try to get the ritual to make demon will, and we're going to try to set up a ritual for... Awesome. We're going to try to set up a ritual for getting the crystals made. And then we're going to set up one maybe for LP. And the reason I'm thinking about setting up a ritual for LP is because of the fact that the mob agonizer is nice and all, but one mob agonizer isn't enough to handle some of this stuff. So I'm debating it. Like, it's enough if I just have the orb on there, so we may be okay. But we may set up one for LP depending on what we need for that. But for right now, we're going to focus on the Demon Will. And there's 3 rituals that we're going to have to do. One of them we're going to tear down after we get the required parts we need, but we're going to be building 3 and then keeping 2, if I remember correctly. And I need my diviner. Let's see. Let's just do blood. Let's just pull it all out. That's the dismantle. We'll take that. We'll take the diviner. We'll take our crayons. And I don't have room to take anything else. I'm going to put some stuff away. I'll stick you right here for now. That should be enough room. I think I might need the dusk. The dusk one as well. How do you make dusk? Block of coal. Alright, that's cool. If you ever have anything you want me to cover on an episode, I still have a backlog of things to do. But definitely let me know if you want me to do something, because occasionally I'll do short episodes to cover something specific where I go into a creative world and I just build the construct right there and show you the concepts of how it works. It's not so much part of the Let's Play, which is what this is. And those series, but it's more of this is how you do it, and this is how you can do it during these specific tiers, like LV, MV, etc. So if you ever have anything you have questions on and you want me to make a short video on it, let me know. You can post it in the comments or on Discord, and I'll get to it. I'm going to be doing a detailed tutorial on Astral Sorcery soon. One on blood magic and one on Thaumcraft, because a few people, like, I did a short one on Thaumcraft, but I'm going to go a little more in depth into the various aspects of Thaumcraft. And then the same for blood magic. Like, I don't understand everything on blood magic. I'm kind of learning as you go type of deal, but I can at least cover the basics on how to get started as far as FTB interactions goes. And the same with Astral Sorcery. So if you have anything, let me know, and I can do something for you on that. So we need one of these. We're going to get ourselves a dusk crayon. I call them crayons. They're probably like inscription tools or something like that, but let's face it, they look like crayons. Or color pencils. We can call them color pencils. Lark? Now, I'm not crazy. That just completely disappeared from there and got spawned here somehow. I wonder if Hikaru's here somewhere. That sounds like something he would do to mess with me. But that's okay. You know what? I'm fine. This is fine. I'll just simply kill him later. Da, 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 da. So, we're going to get our dust can just in case we need it. And we got a few more things we're going to play with. I don't quite know what I'm building, to be perfectly honest. I do know that I don't want these mobs to like be going all over the place for a long period of time, so I'm probably going to set up some wood spikes for it. And I'm probably going to need a mechanical user or something to use the dust in the area, because I'm going to be doing something similar to what Hakera built, which is a using infinity dust. And the reason being is you can set up a loop system with infinity dust and the drops from the mobs with infinity dust to create infinite infinity dust. And it works really good with the Demon Wheel farm, but also that infinity dust, because you'll have so much surplus of it, you can use it to keep a storage of liquid nightmares. You can use it to get a storage of various other things. And as you see in the chat, TechCare is talking about how I'm stealing his intellectual property. It would only be stealing intellectual property if I built it in the same way. So, ha! But, yeah, so that's what I plan on doing. Are you actually using wooden spikes too, out of curiosity? Yeah, fair use. There you go. There you go. But I'm curious, you are? I didn't know you were. Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I was just thinking of like, how am I going to keep these things from like constantly teleporting away and doing things? And I was like, well, the spikes do that. So if I use wooden spikes, and it's the ritual that kills them. All right, but yeah, so that's what I planned on doing. So we're gonna get a bunch of parts for that. As far as the recording goes, I will probably split the recording for YouTube up in a few different places, and those of you on the stream may hear me like, chant the welcome thing, because I don't really have any video editing software, so I apologize for that. Don't think I'm crazy, just because I am. But yeah, so that's probably what will be happening. Fingers got ahead of brain. That happens all the time. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. My mouth gets ahead of my brain too. It's great. It's perfectly fine. My mouth always gets ahead of my brain. That's why I'm always in trouble. But see, this is why I'm happily married, because every time my mouth gets ahead of my brain, my wife happily corrects me. And make sure that I'm back where I need to be. Sometimes it needs more of a manual correction. Sometimes it's more of a manual correction. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of runes. We have a single master ritual, and I said I need 3, so I'm going to need 2 more master ritual stones. Let's see what we got here. Obsidian, altar. Okay, I apologize for the pause there. My mother was texting me. So, we will make a few of these. I'm not going to need 12, but that's fine. And we'll just get ourselves some master ritual stones made. Bloop. And come to think of it, I think I need a different activation crystal. Now that I'm really thinking about it. Yeah. You know, we're gonna We're gonna make our activation crystal on this stream. That's not too bad. Do I have any nether stars left? Exactly one. Okay, we have exactly one. And we have exactly 2 demon slates. You'd think I prepared for this. Alright, what else do we need for this? Alright, so we're going to need a bucket of unstable mana and a couple eyes of ender eye. So we'll grab 2 of those. And we'll get this started. Plop you right there. I don't know if I have the essence though. I'll have to take a look and see what I have essence of. You know, I really need to make the concrete walkways and finish building this area. The to-dos. Always the to-dos. Alright. So we got this going. There is the infamous Hakera. The walking optical illusion. Who I'm worried is constantly pulling out satchels. So, we're back in our Thumbcraft area. I thought the whole area shook for a second. Alright. I don't know what's going on, but hey. Why not? Alright, so we need, for this ritual, we need Examinus, Potentia, Victus, and Tenebrae. Looks like we have enough Tenebrae, so that's good. Let's take a look and see what we got already around the altar. That might be enough Potentia. Let me get my goggles. I'm sure they're here somewhere. There we go. 85. And how much does this need? Oh yeah, that's plenty. Okay. And then what's this one? We don't need that one, so we'll probably pick that up. We'll pick these 3 up and put it away. And I think I might have been overzealous a little bit because it looks like I didn't leave enough room to actually pick up the jars. That's okay. So we don't need Aurum. We'll pick these up and get that put somewhere. For now, let's just stick you right there. What are you? Oh no. We'll take you down. And we'll stick you right there. So I know I need Tenebrae. This one looks full of Tenebrae. So we'll grab that. Place that right there. Potentia we need. Ordo we don't. So we'll stick that one there. This one we don't. So we'll stick this one right here. Alright, so we got all those put away. We need Examinus and Victus. That might be enough. That might be enough. There's Examinus. And Victus. I'm just worried that I'm gonna turn around and see Mutant Steve come through here, just plowing through. Alright, so let's get this stuff placed. It is 5 items, so how do I want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully that will be considered balanced. And this in the middle. And then I need my gauntlet. Hey, Brimstone. Welcome back. And there we go. So we got that starting. I'm gonna take a look at this just so I can see how bad it is. It's not too bad. Alright, looks like we didn't have any problems whatsoever. Fantastic. And with that, we completed a whole another thing. So, that is done. So we have that done. Now we just need to build the spikes and all the other things. Do I want to use a mechanical user for this? I think I do. Let's see if a mechanical user actually can use this. I'll just go somewhere moderately safe to deal with horrible things. Any plans to organize the inventory? That is actually going to happen here soon, Brimstone. It may... It may not be during this recording, though. So we're gonna kind of test this here. Let's throw this right here. Generic click, right click. Let's just see. Oh, okay. So if it places it, that's what does it. All right. I'm gonna get my sword and deal with whatever horrible, nasty things come from this. This is fine. This is very true, Chase. I have like so many chests that having the inventory scanner was like a lifesaver. But now even the organization of the chest doesn't matter at this point, so I'm probably going to build modular storage and just shove everything in it until I get the AE system up. Alright, come on. Spawn something. Anytime now. I'm actually wondering if it is going to spawn anything. I don't think it always spawns something. Huh, something happened. It spawned something over there. I think it spawned it in the wall. But we know it's place block. And we're going to do one more test. Because I actually want this to come from the ceiling. And it did place it. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. So we know that's what we want to do. All right. So while we're waiting on this, let's kind of brainstorm how else we want to do it. We know we want to use spikes. We're going to want to use this. We're going to need to get a light well set up that will take the grains of infinity, and I do actually have a light well right here for that. But we need some way of getting that light well to run in here. And this is definitely going to be something learned from Hakera, but apparently architecture craft blocks don't count as solid blocks. So you can set up astral sorcery stuff underneath architecture craft blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the farm in here, and we're going to kind of replace a section of the ceiling with architecture craft blocks. Probably slabs. I see this, but I didn't see another mob. I guess they don't always spawn. Which is fine. But we'll get that sorted now. There are holes and stuff in here because I used a builder to make this, and that's just nature of the beast. But I'm thinking we will set up basically the death room as it is in here. And we'll have like spikes all lined up in there. And we'll have just kind of like a little empty space below here. And probably get some dark glass. And there you go. And just make a bunch of dark glass to cover it. That way we can still see inside, just to kind of see what's up. And we'll have the placer in the middle, and then we'll have everything else on top, is what I'm thinking we're going to do. And we'll set up the rituals. Now, I'm not quite sure how to stack the rituals. We're going to figure that out as we go. I may take a quick moment to look online just to see like where to place the ritual stone in relation to everything else. But we'll get through that. We'll figure that out. We will figure that out. So I need bag space before I get started. I don't need those on me. And I know Brim is going to be like inventory sorting. Yeah. I'm reaping what I sow. I'm definitely reaping what I sow here. I have iron picks in there? Oh, yeah, I do. See, you guys know my inventory better than I know my inventory. That should say something. The streamers know my inventory better. We will, do I have room in there to stick this? No. I'm Waste not and all that. You don't need a filter yet? No. Okay, cool. No, I have actually inventory tweaks sorted before. It did not corrupt my data. It was, however, interesting. But it did not corrupt my player data. And to be honest, the good thing is even if it did, when something like that happens, I'm the person who has to fix it anyway. So I actually have all of the tools necessary to repair corrupted NBT data. So I'm prepared for that. Is there chicken in here? You know, this has to be from when I was using my bag to hold items when I was farming things in the nether. Because there's no other reason for there to be like pickaxes and stuff in here. I don't put food in here. I don't even use food. I haven't used food since I built this. The saturation environmental module. I haven't used food at all since then. So, do you have, oh, you do have a little bit of essence in there, don't you? So, we'll feed the chicken to the great, the monster. Why don't you go where you need to go? Oh, I could put the salves in there, but I'll save those. I'll save the salves. Because the salves, my brother, when he hops on the server and does his building and stuff, he wasn't here when we went to space. So, he had an unfortunate incident with some cybernetic spiders. And I'll leave it there. I'll leave that one there. Let's just say unfortunate incident involving spiders. So we need a bunch of wooden spikes. I don't even know how big to make this room. I'm going to make it close to a chunk. And we're going to need to make a bunch of spikes. So, with that in mind, I'm going to bounce over here like a midget and get ourselves some oak wood. Three stacks ought to do. And then we're going to start getting this wood processed. It may take a little bit, but you know, it gives time for us to chat. I'm going to put some in the thing over here as well, because I want it now, not tomorrow. And we're going to stick one right here. Now this is probably going to make way more than I need, and that's fine because I am all about doing more than I need. Like, that's... my levels of excess in building things have become a meme at this point. So I just accept it. I just run with it now. It's just part of the life. It's what I am. It's what I do. We just roll with it. So while we're waiting on this, some other things we're going to need. We're going to need a crystallizer, which we have one, and we're going to need some crucibles. Specifically, I believe we need 5 crucibles. If my memory serves me correctly, we need 5 of these. So all this other stuff we have, it's this that we need. And it looks like I can just use 7 iron plates and set this to 7 to make it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. We're gonna make 4 of them and use the one I have. So 4 times 7 is gonna be 28. We can do math. And we're gonna plop this in here for a little bit. Wait for that. I'm trying to think if I had something else processing right now. Like, I had so many different things going. I don't really remember what all of them were. But this is a fact of old age. Your mind is the first to go. Get all of this magnesium stuff put away. If I can get about 4 stacks worth in there, I'll be able to do another run of the titanium. And get one more thing out of our bag. Now I gotta remember I set that to 7 because odds are I'll forget that I did so. And throw a bunch of other parts in there and just end up with a bunch of cauldrons. It will happen. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Alright, our cauldrons are done. We need, no, I'm just gonna do this now. Alright, we need our diamonds, which I currently have over here. I was basically processing all of the ores and getting through all of that. I need to do some mining and get some more lapis at some point, and I need to set up a full gemstone processing section. We'll deal with that later. That's not a thing for today. That's a thing for when we fully set up our ore outside of the simple ore processing we have now. Do I have my... Yeah, I do have the Tardic. Excellent. Bounce over to here and put our Tardic here. Blop, 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 and blop. And this will make our extra crucibles. So that'll get us that. Outside of that, we're going to be basically getting the ritual set up. We'll get the mob spawning jump started. We will have some things to deal with the excess items. I don't know what all items are going to come. I really actually haven't looked into that. But that's fine, because it's all about the learning experience. That's what this is all about in the end. So we're going to need all of these. Do I still have some demon oil there? I got some right there. And apparently a large bronze boiler. I'll have to figure something out with that. So, I believe the only thing we're missing is getting stuff done for the spikes. So that shaved this thing off. I really need to get a new one of these made, and I need to get some automated lube going. I'll have to figure that one out. I don't want to use Ender IO conduits with this, but I think, now I'm thinking about this system, Ender IO conduits don't void the contents of this as bug. They only do when dealing with mechanism. So what we may end up doing is I may get some Ender fluid conduits going through all of this and going into here and setting this to a priority of 1 as far as, you know, feeding it into the tank, and then having the hardened fluid duct between. And this will be a priority of 1, And then we can set up another system for making Creo to lube. And that will be the higher priority. And it looks like we actually were losing Creo for a little while. That's interesting. Don't know what changed there, but that's good to know. Let's grab a few stacks of this too. And get all this in here. So plop. Now this entire system here, I do basically refill this every stream / recording, but this system will be going away soon, and we'll be replacing it with a full HV system. That is something that's going to happen here soon. It'll probably happen on a stream, and then the next recording I do, I'll just give a recap on that. But that will happen soon. Please look forward to it. Alright, so we got that, we got that, we got that. We need wood. Sounds essential. It is essential. It's extremely essential. It's anything. It's all essential. All essential. Alright, so we plop those there. Grab these. We'll grab 2 of those. And we'll stick them with the sticks. And start plopping some swords in. Oh, I wish there was a better way to do this. Already. Trying to think of how many I'm gonna need. I'm not gonna do a use the storage scanner. That's true. It does have built-in recipes, doesn't it? It will auto pull from the storage. All right. So if I was to shove all these in here and I grab these and I put this in here. So I do wood and I store that recipe right there. And then I take this one and I get the spike recipe. So let's say I want 8, 8, 8, 8. I don't know if there's even enough storage for this. But we're going to do that. And then Alright, there we go. So we've made 56. What is Hakera linking to me? I actually guarantee you that mechanism tanks, you know how I was talking about the they have mechanism and integrated dynamics on here. The thing with mechanism tanks is any other type of pipe. Yeah, like if they had a video on there, which it looks like they do, basically Ender IO fluid conduits void mechanism tank contents. So do RF tools pipes, believe it or not. Or not RF tools, but thermal expansion pipes do as well. But it's a much lower case. The only piping that does not void the contents of a dynamic tank is mechanism mechanical pipes. It's the only one that doesn't do it, which is why if you take a look at what I have set up here, I have a tank connected to the Ender IO conduit and connected using a mechanical pipe. And the reason I have it set up this way is solely because of that bug with dynamic tanks. And if you come over to my fluid setup, I'm basically playing with fire by having these thermodynamic pipes on here, but I didn't want to change it. I wanted to just leave it as is, but this could void my fuel system at any point in time. They can just go poof and gone. That is the thing, and it happens on world reset. It probably happens more often on single player because the world resets every time you shut the pack off. Whereas on this, it only happens when I reset the server. But this is like the danger of using these. And I really should change this to mechanism. I will eventually. But for right now, yeah, that's what it is. So just if people watch this recording, the bug he listed on the stream, which if I set it up correctly, you should actually see all of the text on the thing on there. But the link he listed involving mechanism dynamic tanks, they drain out completely on world reset if you have an Ender IO conduit connected, a thermal expansion fluid duct connected. Those two have a chance of causing it. Ender IO, it pretty much happens every single world reset. Almost guaranteed. Fluid duct, it's hit or miss. It's random. Mechanisms, mechanical pipe, never happens. It never voids it. So use mechanical pipes and have a drum in between. That's how you avoid that bug. That is how you avoid that bug. Learn from my pain. I have lost thousands of buckets of Creo because of that. I literally filled a 5x5 dynamic tank 4 times. 4 times. That's like 32,000, or yeah, 32,000 buckets. Poof! Gone. Just like that. I was losing my mind. Hakera remembers. But yeah, use mechanical pipes in between. They're not that hard to make. By the time you're using dynamic tanks, you will have the stuff to make those. You know, I don't want to even talk to you and your tanks, okay? We're just not even going there. So I'm gonna rain these everywhere. I don't even know how many I made. We're just gonna click them in constantly. I may not have enough inventory for all of these wooden swords, but who cares, right? It's not about having enough inventory, it's about making spikes. Alright. Alright. So that should be more than enough spikes, I think. I think that's more than enough spikes for what we're going to do. Alright, so we got mechanical users, we got spikes. Do I have Ender IO conduit? I know I just went on and on about Ender IO conduits, but and what I find interesting about that bug is it really only is mechanism tanks that they have problems with. I want to say that I'm better than Houdini because, unlike me, he is a true master. Houdini is, without a doubt, a true master. I feel like I need some caches and a trash can, but we'll deal with that here in a little bit. I also want... Got conduits. I got mechanical users. The bug is... I would say, because it happens for multiple mods, I would say it's actually a mechanism problem. Because it happens with fluid ducts, it happens with Ender IO conduits. I have not tried it with GregTech pipes. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually it could happen with that. But GregTech pipes doesn't seem to have a problem. But Ender IO conduits and thermal expansion fluid ducts do have a problem with it. And it's random. So I would say that the issue is definitely on mechanism's end. And I only say that because it's more than one mod that has that issue interacting with mechanism. So something mechanism has set up conflicts with the way they handle fluids. I don't know specifically what it is, but something in their coding on how they transfer the data causes the problem. I wonder if I have any wood to iron upgrades. Nope. Well, we'll just use the basic chest for now. Bounce over to here. Yeah, it's off. Huh. I could have sworn I heard the sound like I picked up an item. Alright, so we're going to set a chest down. Let me F9 so I can see the chunk boundaries. And I think I'm going to build it all within this chunk. So we'll set it like right here. I'm going to actually plop all of this stuff in it. Just to make room. We're going to throw our crayons in there as well. I know there's a fifth crayon. There it is. We're going to put all this in here for right now. And dig a hole! Diggity hole. Did I dig too far? It's 4. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, and then spikes. Yeah, this is about right. This is about right. Two, 3. All right. Right, one more. Oh, too much. Too much. Two, three, four. Cool. And we'll just clear all of this out with the help of my super duper drill. Get all of this sorted. This looks about right. What if I have my exchanging gadget on me? Well, just kind of get all this sorted. And just real quick deal with this. There is a potato, a random potato. That only means one thing. There's an invisible Hekera afoot somewhere. We don't know where. We simply know that he exists. Alright. So that gets us our little death chamber thing. I am going to throw all of these out so they get absorbed into my null. I am going to kill the potato. And we're just going to shove all this in here for right now. And grab ourselves some spikes. And actually, before I set the spikes, I'll probably want to get the dark glass. Yeah, alright. Let's do the dark glass real quick. Because we're going to want to do the dark glass and we're going to want to set the placer. So I believe it's just gonna be sand and glass. If I remember correctly. And then I combine black dye with it. Yeah, but I have a crap ton of black dye because I've been cloning the flowers. The homes is definitely a server setting. On this server, players do have a lot more homes than default, because I think default you only get a single home, if my memory is correct. So this is definitely a server setting. As far as that is concerned. No, because you guys have a bunch of homes too. Admins by default have 100 homes. He is correct on this. Now, I wouldn't say I completely abuse it, but I do use it a lot. I basically have homes in every single dimension, and most of the time I use it for helping these guys out. Most of the time. Though I'll be honest, I actually don't know how many homes I have used. I just set a home to every location I need to go to at this point. Oh, well then, we need more. But that will give us enough for the time being. Now let's see here. This is going to be 14 across. Is that right? 14? Actually, no. It wouldn't be 14. 5, 10, 15. So it's 13 across. So 6 from here is the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's our center. Does that seem right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's right. Good. Excellent. Perfect. Wonderful. So right here, we'll have our placer. I'll do random slot because I'm just going to fill it, and it's going to be place block. And we're just going to let that run once we get this set up. So we're going to place all of this right here. And then I'm going to be... Oh, come on! Really? Really? Yeah, it may still work, but to your point, it looks whack. Oh, come on. And my OCD is going to go insane with it being like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Bibliocraft would be so nice. Can you imagine having the bookshelves for all of the enchanted books? Alright, so there is our horrible death spike room. Don't you like your rustic chairs, Hakera? Come on, you know you want some rustic chairs. Everyone loves them slick, them beautiful, wisdom wood rustic chairs. Buy them today. Correct! Wooden spikes cannot kill mobs. Wooden spikes will not be doing the killing. What's going to be doing the killing is a ritual we're going to be building for Demon Will. That is what will be doing the killing. Yep, the spikes are only meant for torturing. Basically, we throw Hakera in there and he just rolls around on the spikes repeatedly. It's what he likes. It's how we keep his morale up. Because here at TWPI, we firmly believe that the beatings will continue until morale improves. I jest. Hakera is a walking meme, to be honest. Like, he has a headset and he listens in on us, but he never speaks. That is his thing going on right now. He never speaks. He types everything out. And I actually asked him, I was like, how many keyboards have you gone through? He's like, he's gone through like 2 or 3 keyboards since he's known us from just over typing. Which just makes me laugh like crazy, because it's like, you could easily get around that. But being a meme is more important. He also has about 60 words per minute, so I guess that's good. His computer class teacher in high school would be proud. Now, I'm probably going to age myself with this. But do you guys remember the game that was like the Wizard of ID? That was a typing game to get words per minute up. I almost guarantee I'm aging myself just by mentioning that. But it was an old DOS game. The Wizard of ID. Alright, so I don't know exactly how wide and how tall and where this needs to be placed, but we're going to figure this out. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Alright, so we got 5 types of will crystal, so we're going to need 5 there, and then we're definitely going to need a cache for ender pearls, a cache for infinity dust, and a cache for grains of infinity. So we're going to need minimal 8 caches. Possibly more. Fortunately, we have caches of caches. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, the other thing I'm going to want is... I'm just going to teleport back. I'm going to want an item collector. And a filter. And I think the filters are actually in here. Yes. Or do I even want to use a filter? No, we're not going to use a filter. Okay, so you guys are about to laugh. I made the MBT precise item filters not realizing that I actually had them in here. So I basically lost materials on that. That's good to know. That's good to know. And Brimstone is probably going to come at me and be like, see, dude, if you only like dealt with your stuff and had a thing there to handle it, you wouldn't have... if your inventory was organized, you would know that you had them. let's see. This is going to be 13 by 13, which means I'm probably going to actually want this out here. And see? Right on cue. Burning brimstone, everyone. Round of applause. Round of applause. Okay, so we got that. We got that. I need to get some architecture craft blocks. That'll do. I don't need a whole lot. I want slabs. Okay, so I think I will probably have it right here. Let me see what we got here. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Blop. Blop. And we will half slab it like so. And then proceed to get our other stuff done. Now, to make the infinity dust, we need a special mold. And we're going to need another fluid solidifier. So, we're going to make a mold for nuggets and go from there. Now, I should have some steel plates somewhere around here. I know I got them as a reward. I don't know where they are, but I know they're there. It's iron plates. There's some steel plates. In truth, though, like I joke about the inventory thing. In truth, I am actually going to organize it soon. It'll probably be after this recording, after we get the stuff done. I'm pretty sure I put it in here. There it is. Is it this way? There we go, nuggets. Why am I getting a reward for doing that? I don't have enough molds. Apparently there's a new quest and I haven't made it since then. Alright, so we need a fluid solidifier. Alright. Do I want to actually do this with this? Yeah, I guess I do want to go ahead and make the HV one. What I don't know is whether or not I want to have more machines. I don't know what else I'm going to need for this. Alright, I'll build it so that we can expand it if we need to. That's what I'll do. We are going to need to get another pump made. So, alright, 9 blocks of steel, a medium stainless steel pipe. And is that 1 gold cable or is it 2? It's going to be 2, I think. Okay. Four rings. 2 motors. And 9 steel. Alright. Oh. I'm making 2. I need 2. And there is the thunder. Now, I know people will probably say the sound is too loud. I have the thunder currently set to like 3%, 4% sound. It's a little crazy, to be honest. Like, Mojang is like, we will lower all other sounds, but you will hear the lightning and the thunder, and you will tremble. And yeah, mechanism jetpacks are great. I love it. I really do. Alright, so this should be done in about 2 minutes. So let's also take a moment and see what else we can do. We need an engine, and I know exactly where we can rip out an engine from. Because you see all this stuff over here, all these beautiful freezers. We're gonna be ripping all of this out soon. Oh. Well, I still have this one I could take. And I only need 1. So, we're still good. Alright, so we got that. Do I have signal cable? I do. Excellent day. It's like that moment that you think you have like 6 diesel engines laying around, and only to turn around and find out you don't. Nope. Okay. So, fluid solidifier. Pump on the top, circuit on the bottom, gold cable in the middle. Alright. Pump on the top. I need 2 gold cable, 2 circuits. This is going to become a meme. Notch probably has one somewhere. We don't know where he's put it, but odds are he's got it somewhere. Never gonna live this down. So just so you guys know, we're actually going to do something a little special involving the Infinity Dust as well. We're basically going to round robin the Infinity Dust between two locations. Because one of the things we need with the Infinity Dust is we need it for our diesel setup. So we will be using the Infinity Dust in multiple locations. Okay. So I am just going to do a few things here. So I got that right there. I have this right here. And we will set this to that. And now I need to go and get a few things to prime this system. So I have Infinity Dust. I have Grains of Infinity. I have mechanical users on me, so alright. Alright. So I gotta power this. So I will take this. And we will right click that. And holy cow, like, as I'm talking, it's just like, you know, I don't think you quite realize that I'm a storm here. You know, we're storming here. Yes, we know you're storming. Thank you, Storm. We did not know that you were there storming. Alright, random slot, right click, is it use item or is it activate item? I think it's activate. Yeah, are you building up? Boo, it's not working. Alright. Does that work? The Flark? It has full access, why is it not working? Okay. I moved it. There's nothing directly above it. It is pure sky. There's literally nothing above it. Wait, does the storm prevent it from working? Or does it only work during nighttime? Wait a minute, what is this? Hakara, I swear to God, I'm going to stab you. Okay, so the reason it wasn't working is because Hakara is a troll. So now we know. Now we know. I would like to know where the one blocks. But okay, so Hakara is a troll. That's why it wasn't working. Does it still collect with this? Yes. All right. All right. This is why we can't have nice things. And the viewers actually got to see Hotch rage out. You know, it's there you go. You got to see me completely and totally lose my fracking mind. Okay. Come on. There we go. There we go. And that will be on the recording. So the whole world will see me losing my fracking mind. So let's changing my mind on the position of this. Looking at this right here. I want it to be about, yeah, right there. Just in case I have to expand this and add a battery to it. Alright, so there we go. We got liquid nipers filling up. And later on, I may also upgrade this to round robin to another place. But for right now, this is what it is. And what's going to happen is it's going to basically turn this into infinity dust. And we are going to get that bound. And that bound right there. Because these two are definitely items we're going to always want. Now there will be other drops coming from this system. We will adjust that as we go. But they will be there. Now the other thing is we're going to need crucibles. I don't know where I'm going to place the crucibles just because of the fact that I don't know about how to place the ritual. And we'll get that sorted. We'll get that sorted. Now we're gonna get this going across here. And we will use green for going into this. So these two are turned on. And then just pull it off of those. Don't need it on all of those. Alright. This one I'm going to set to red. And this will be the red extract. We'll leave it off right now. This will be a black extract, and it's going to go over to here. And we may adjust the location of these based on actually, no, I want that there. This doesn't need to insert, it needs to extract. The insert. We're going to put it on the other side. We're changing how this goes. Oh, come on. There we go. There's other projects around the base? Oh, I don't need to hear that. If you end up messing up my rituals, I swear. Slash ban Hekara. Alright, so that will be Demon Will. I believe I still need one for pearls, and probably probably a few others. I think there's going to be 4, but I think I only care about those. And I'm going to want an Enderman head. I'm going to want a pearl. And I'm going to want is it, there we go, an infinity card. Because that would make sense, Hekara. But unfortunately, he has a point. Huh? Hmm. And so while I'm sitting here building this and figure things out, what are your larger projects? I'm afraid to really even ask. Oh, for the love of. The joy is in the discovery. Alright. Right. So in today's recording, we have making blood magic rituals, automating demon will, and trolling Hachiuri. Do, 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 do. Alright, so that should start producing this, which we'll go ahead and put in here. And there we go. Look at all that beautiful infinity dust being made. Alright. So I'm just gonna real quick take a look at the ritual I need. I need to know how tall this ritual is. Ritual of Forsaken Souls. Tell me there's an image. That's the crack of the fractured crystal. So that one's 2 blocks high. Gathering of Forsaken Souls is 2 blocks high. But I want to know how tall. You know what? How about this? How about we just make it and see if it fails? How's that sound? Sounds like a plan to me. Let's make it and see what breaks. So we have a magical ritual stone. Let's at least go 1 above. Well, that might be too much. Let's just place it up here. Alright, so there's our matchel. I can speak! And Gathering of Forsaken Souls. Sound like cleansing dead, veil the cry of eternal soul. Restore benediction. I guess Gathering of Forsaken Souls is the one we were looking for, isn't it? Alright, cool. Yeah, words, they are hard. I'm telling you, dude. I'm horrible at this. So, looking at this, looks like that is hollow right there. And... oh, that's like perfect. Alright, so let's just do this. Alright, so that ritual is built. Now, I don't remember if I need a space. Hey, Kara, can I just put the next master ritual stone here? Is that something I can do? Do you remember? Because I know some of these interlock. And if I do that, that should activate the ritual. Okay. Okay. So, let's place this here. And take a look. It is the cracked crystal, I believe, is the one I'm looking for. But actually, I think I want resonance of the faceted crystal first. And does that build into this? Looks like it does. I don't appear to see any issues. Forsaken Souls, faceted crystal. I wish there was a better view of the ritual, but it looks like I can stack it. So I'll try to build it. Alright. And then, oh, it doesn't let me activate it, which means something's wrong. Alright. So it's not able to build it. Alrighty then. Let's take our thing and put some of this stuff away. Oh, okay. Oops. Alright, so that fixed that one. And we're going to have to do a different ritual for this. I already know I'm going to want fractured crystal, which I believe can be done stacked. And that one's not doable either. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. We remove that one. Alright, so we got that one back in there correctly. Yeah. He said he got it by putting it underneath. But that doesn't appear to work either. I think I'm going to have to build it up a little bit. Let me see how tall this one actually ends up being. The joys of experimenting live. So, yes, except your entire setup, as you are saying that is for reference, is inside a building that I can't rip apart. So let's first see what you look like. Alright, so this is the entire ritual, apparently. Alright, so if I brought it up one from the top of that, that would have been enough. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. Let's come over here. And let's just take a look at this one and see how it sets itself up. Because I'm tired of remaking this stuff, man. Alright, so looking at this one actually takes several blocks. And this almost looks like it matches 1-to-1 to this. So I wonder if I lifted the ritual stone up 1 block, if then it would actually mesh into it. And then looking at how this is set up, this would simply go over the top. So I would have another 1 block. Okay. Okay. I see, said the Hachi. Alright, we have a plan now. It's a stupid plan. There we go. So this is working. Now we're going to take a dirt. And actually, let's just place it right there so I can get rid of it. Place a ritual stone. And we're probably going to tear out this roof. And this one is going to be fractured crystal. Alright, so that's fractured crystal. And then on top of that, we will do another little block, like so. Ritual stone. And we're going to do our other ritual on top of this. Although, while I'm thinking about it, I will probably want to remove this thing and activate the fractured crystal ritual. Alright, so real quick, let's break that real quick. Alright. And then just clear out some of this as a precaution. I mean, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but this top one isn't going to be a permanent one. All right. And we'll activate that one. So we got all those activated. Now I need these set up. And eventually we will actually have these all burning constantly in there for right now, we're just going to set it up to do 1, which is this one, and we need this. I'm going to place this at the top of our ritual here. Right there, in fact. And we're just going to burn all of this will. And then I'm going to turn this on. It's going to start placing things down there. Mobs will hopefully start spawning. And we'll start collecting demon will crystals of various types. Hopefully. Excellent. This is working out as planned. Although, it's not quite going to plan. The one ritual is actually cracking it, so we'll break that. We'll reactivate that after we get our different types of crystal. Alright, there we go. We're going to let this grow to several different will types. I'm starting to think I should have put some spikes on the top. Alright, and since we have this, I can turn this on. And I'll turn this on too. It's gonna put out what can be put out. And these others are all like that. Let's take a look at these. Let's break these for right now. manually. It will grow more here soon. The explosions scare me. I don't know what the source of the explosions are. Okay, so we're seeing we need a few more items in here, a few more caches, and that's fine. That about does it for that. Let's take a look and see how this is doing. I'm not seeing any more crystals, probably because I'm not burning any more demon will into this. Yeah, that's one thing we may want to do, that's true. Alright, so there's a few more of those. Now, what do I need to make the demon will crystal? Let's see. Will 4 of each to make the crystal? Alright. Alright, this looks to be working. I just need a handful more. So I'm going to harvest these. And then the other ones will come out here, and then the 4 will appear again. And then we just basically keep doing this and then make our clusters, tear out this faceted crystal thing. And I want to say that I'm probably going to want to get about 12 or so of each. Although I'm curious that if I leave them, I'm curious as to whether or not they will just continue growing. Now, the torch that Chase is referring to is the Ender Tether, I believe. No, let's see. Ender Teleport. It's what? Dark Utilities? Oh, Dark Utilities is in here. So there's no way to prevent Enderman teleportation without a obelisk for that. Is Ender Util. Prevents teleporting within its area of effect. I don't remember if this requires power or any type of fuel, though. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Alright. Gotcha. Did you use the inhibitor to prevent Enderman teleporting on yours? Just out of curiosity? Thought so. Alright. Alright, so we got these set, so I'm gonna turn on the insert to all of these preemptively. And I guess, I mean, this recording is already at 2 hours, so I will stop the recording. The stream will keep going. I'm going to stop the recording here. And basically, we got the initial setup done for this. We're collecting crystals, and we'll come back on the second one, so it's not like so long. So with that, we will be back.